Hi, I'm Gracie, and this was a series that I was recommended to do, which is a Nuzlocke of Roria Conquest on Roblox, which is a harder version of the original Pokemon Brick Bronze, a really nostalgic game for majority of people, including myself, that effectively just makes majority of the important fights in the game. So, for example, gym leaders, rivals, team eclipse, harder, whilst also doing things such as including the Victory Road, the Elite Four, and Champion fights. And I have no prior Nuzlocke experience past this game, in which I made it to Gym 4 and then wiped. And that was when I was recommended to do this, and I thought it'd be really interesting to give it a go. So what I did just there was I sorted out basic settings, so I basically made it skipping story text instant, because we're not too fussed about the story. We're mostly focused on the boss rushy aspect of this game, seeing as the thing that I care about most is planning the fights and making interesting ways to deal with the incredibly difficult fights in this game. The game doesn't get super difficult until about Gym 2. However, what I've learned from my last 2 runs I've done of this is that your encounters heavily decide whether you have a good run or not. Now, in terms of having a starter, there is generally a very obvious choice in... One second, I'm just turning autosave off. As I was saying, there's a very generally obvious choice in Mudkip, because its water ground type makes it an offensive and defensive demon. However, I don't want to go Mudkip. I think going Fennekin is a more interesting idea here. You might be thinking, why would you go Fennekin when you could go Poplio, who's a good defensive water fairy type Scorbunny, super incredible fire type, or even Sprigatia with Flower Trick? And the answer to that would be Fennekin has stat changes in this game, making it stronger, and gets the fairy typing. And I think that's something that could be explored to make a really good Pokemon. So we're going to name it Tome, just because, magic kind of thing. Because it's meant to be like a witch kind of thing. Neutral nature's fine. 21 special attack, 20 speed. This Pokemon could be the one. Even if we lose this first fight, it's not the end of the world, because if we lose this fight, we have no Pokeballs, the run doesn't die. So I've lost to this EV once already before. I don't want to do it again. Yeah, see, we outspeed, and we do very, very respectable damage. Their EV also does very respectable damage, though. I do, however, think we win. Big Kriz. You heard what I said. I was like, nah, I'm not respecting that, but it's okay. Story-wise, we get, the crucial, important bronze brick item. And then we also get 5 Pokeballs. And now, a big interesting thing about this game is that, where would I see? Oh, in the bag. Right, wait, I'm going to save quickly. In the bag, in key items, we have infinite rare candies and infinite of all EV items. The infinite rare candies allow us to level up to the level cap that this game has in place, and these allow us to automatically maximize our EVs. These being incredibly important, seeing as I've said, this game is effectively just a boss rush. So my plan of action is for us to grab my first encounter, and then we call it there for this video, or part of the video at least. So the level cap for the start of the game is 15. Incinerate is an incredibly good move, especially level 15. I'll sort out EVs off camera. So our first encounter of this Nuzlocke will be. There are some very good encounters on this route. Pidgey, I would say, is not one of them. However, you kind of gotta work with what you get, you know? And we definitely can work with a Pidgey. It's a decent special attacker, although not too good for the first bit of the game, especially seeing as the start is electric type. That's if we catch Pidgey, if we're being honest. I don't. Okay, nice. I'm just gonna get the regenerate thing. Ooh, wait. Rally. There we go. Okay, so. Start of the first recording, we have our Tome, we have Ravi. Ravi is minus special attack, love that. With a 5 special attack and 3 speed. What a fantastic Pokemon. Alright, well, I'm glad we're here. And I'll be back in the next recording with them slightly boosted with EVs and levels. Okay, hi, this is the second part of the recording. So off camera I didn't really do anything, I leveled them up. I put EVs in what matters for both these guys, it's special attack and speed. Obviously we have this abysmal Pidgey, but what can you do? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck on fast forward, because all of these fights don't require any kind of thought because of how much higher leveled we are, and because these fights aren't intended to be difficult. So the first difficult fight is the Eclipse Grunt that takes our brick. So my plan of action is to get there, and then once I get to the town, I will probably end this episode here. Episode there, sorry. Have I got sound off? Oh, I've got sound off, my bad. Oh, it's fine. I'm pretty sure the item by there is like a potion, we don't really need that. And then we go here, it's like Gracie. Something really bad's happened. Oh no, what is it? And then this guy's like, sorry, family's been abducted by evil team called Team Eclipse. You should go find them. I think that's what he says anyway. Speak to him, heal up Tome, or we can just... You can get the chonk on this route. I didn't even know that. That's sick. Can't complain. Actually, no, you would complain if you got that. It's not a very good encounter. Seeing as this route has... What, like... Zigzagoon's really good on this route. Excuse me. Zigzagoon's really good on this route. Rookedy's really good on this route. And some other stuff. Could be good, probably. Fletchling, as an example. Hey then, hey, over here. Looks like I have some brand new stuff. Okay. Okay, and now she's like, whoa, oh no, your parents been taken. Thank you for the necklace. Like, what a horrible person. And then Jake comes up to us like, what? Somebody saw your thing? I saw her run that way. So I'm gonna probably grab my encounter. Actually, you know what? No. I'll get the encounter next part. Because why not? As I'm supposed to. Beginning of the episode, I guess. We hope to see you again. Save. So yeah, this is the end of part 1. I don't know how frequently I'll do this, even if I'll continue doing this, because this is kind of scary, but hope you enjoyed the first part.